Have you ever felt like things are just getting crazier and crazier? Prices are going up. The news feels like a constant stream of uncertainty, and everything just seems a little off. We often think that the peak of a crisis, the moment of maximum chaos, is the most dangerous part. But what if I told you the real danger isn't the storm itself, but the calm that comes after? Not the calm of resolution, but the calm of resignation. The most dangerous phase of any societal problem, whether it's economic instability, political turmoil, or social decay, is not the initial shock. It's the moment we start getting used to it. It's the moment we adapt. When people start adjusting their lives to accommodate higher prices, constant uncertainty, and a general sense of instability, something crucial is lost. The system, whatever that system may be, the government, the economy, our social structures, it stops feeling the pressure to change. Think about it like this. If you touch a hot stove, you immediately pull your hand away. The pain is a signal, a powerful message to your brain that something is wrong and you need to react. The system works, but what if over time your nerves started to dull? What if the burning sensation just became a familiar, low-grade warmth? You might leave your hand there. The damage would continue silently, but you'd stop reacting because the alarm system has been silenced. You've adapted. This is exactly what happens on a societal level. When a crisis first hits, there's outrage. There are protests, demands for action, and a collective sense that this is not okay. That public pressure is the pain signal. It forces leaders and institutions to pay attention, to find solutions, to fix what's broken. But if the crisis drags on, something subtle and insidious begins to happen. We start to normalize it. History is filled with examples of this. Look at periods of hyperinflation, prolonged political corruption, or even the slow erosion of civil liberties. These situations don't become permanent because of some single dramatic act of force. They become permanent through normalization. It starts with small concessions. We stop buying our favorite brand because it's too expensive. We accept that certain public services just don't work anymore. We shrug our shoulders at news that once would have shocked us. We start using phrases like, well, that's just the way things are now. Or, what can you do? This isn't just passive acceptance. It's a form of collective psychological adaptation. We build new routines around the dysfunction. We learn to live with the metaphorical rock in our shoe. And in doing so, we unintentionally grant permission for the problem to continue. When the population says, this is the new normal, the pressure valve is released. The incentive for the system to correct itself evaporates. Why would it? Everyone seems to have accepted it. The real risk, the point of no return, isn't when things are at their worst. The real risk begins the moment our discomfort no longer creates resistance. It's when the outrage fades into a quiet sigh of resignation. When we stop demanding better because we've forgotten what better even looks like. We're incredibly resilient creatures. We can get used to almost anything. But that same resilience, our greatest strength in surviving hardship, can also become our greatest weakness. It can make us complicit in the permanence of the very problems we despise. Let's consider the economy. When prices first started soaring, there was a huge public outcry. People were angry, and that anger fueled political debate and policy changes. Central banks took action. Governments rolled out support packages. The pressure was on. But what happens 2 or 3 years down the line? We've learned to budget differently. We've cut back. We've found cheaper alternatives. The sticker shock is gone. It's not that things are better. It's just that our perception has shifted. The outrage has been replaced by careful household management. And at that point, the political will to tackle the root causes of inflation can start to wane. The problem hasn't been solved. It's just been absorbed into our daily lives. This pattern is a powerful tool for those who benefit from the status quo. They don't need to defeat the opposition. They just need to outlast it. They know that human attention is finite. They know that outrage is exhausting. If they can just hold on long enough for the crisis to become familiar, for the abnormal to feel normal, they've won. The system that serves them is now safe. Not because it's just or effective, but because everyone else has simply gotten tired of fighting it. So what can we do? The first step is awareness. We have to recognize this process as it's happening. We need to consciously resist the urge to normalize the unacceptable. This doesn't mean living in a constant state of anger or panic. That's unsustainable. It means staying engaged. It means remembering what normal is supposed to feel like. It means continuing to talk about the problems, even when it feels repetitive. It means refusing to lower our standards. When a service declines, when a price becomes absurd, when a right is eroded, we must continue to see it as an anomaly, a problem to be solved, not a new feature of our world. We have to keep the memory of better alive. This is the act of intellectual and emotional resistance. It's about cultivating what you might call constructive discontent. It's not about complaining for the sake of it. It's about channeling that discomfort into productive pressure. This can be as simple as writing to your representative supporting independent journalism that holds power to account, participating in local community groups, or simply having conversations with your friends and family to keep these issues at the forefront of your minds. The moment we stop talking about a problem is the moment we start accepting it. The system stops fixing problems not when they're too big, but when they become too quiet. The silence of the public is often misinterpreted as contentment. It's our job to make sure it's never silent. So the next time you find yourself thinking, "Oh well, I guess this is just how it is now," I want you to pause. I want you to challenge that thought. Ask yourself, is this really acceptable? Or have I just gotten used to it? Because in that small, private moment of reflection lies the difference between adaptation and surrender. It's the difference between a temporary crisis and a permanent decline. The true battle is not against the chaos, but against the normalization that follows. It's a battle for our own expectations, a fight to remember what we deserve. Let's not allow our incredible ability to adapt to be used against us. Let's stay vigilant, stay engaged, and never ever get used to a world that is less than it should be. Thanks for watching. If this idea resonates with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we look at the world. And share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you seen this process of normalization happening around you? Let's talk about it.